Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play game number 149 from the 1970 Boston Red Sox using Strat-o-matic baseball. Getting close to the end of the season here. This is game 3 of the series with the Yankees. The Red Sox have split the first 2 games. Some exciting games for those last 2 games, so check those out, especially yesterday's game. So today it's going to be Dennis Eckersley on the hill for the Red Sox, going up against Jim Beattie for the Yankees. So Mr. Brody is already set and ready to go, along with Purple Dinosaur. And let's get this game underway.
Welcome to the stadium for today's ball game.
Alrighty. Well, with a win yesterday, the Red Sox pulled to win 3.5 games of the first place New York Yankees. It's an exciting game. So if you haven't checked that out, definitely check that out. A great matchup between Mike Torres and I can't think of who pitched for the Yankees. But anyway, it was a good game. Oh, Jim Catfish Hunter. That was it. So Jim Beattie on the hill, he comes in with a much better record than he did on the actual season. He was only 6-9 on the actual season. In the replay, he's 10-4, with 3.48 earned run average, 114 innings pitched, 96 hits allowed, 54 walks, which is a little higher than his season total, and 65 strikeouts, matching his season total so far. Has surrendered 6 homers. The defense behind Beattie is White, Rivers, and Thomason in the outfield. In the infield, it's Nettles, Dent, Randolph, and Chambliss, and behind the plate, Thurman Munson. So for the Red Sox, Rick Burleson, the shortstop, will lead it off. He'll be followed by Jerry Remy, the second baseman. Batting third in left field is Jim Rice. Getting a start in center, the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. So I think Fred Lynn might be battling some injuries as he was out in yesterday's game too. Or could be just getting some time off, because I think he still is available to pinch hit. He was yesterday anyway. Batting fifth behind the plate, Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth, the DH today, Jack Brohammer. George Scott, the first baseman, hits 7th. The third baseman, Butch Hobson, bats 8th, and Dwight Evans in right will bat 9th. So that's the lineup for the Red Sox against Beattie. So Beattie looks in for the sign from Munson. Burleson ready to grip and rip. Here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be off the 3 column of Burleson. And that's hit back to the pitcher. Over to Chambliss for out number 1. So next up, Jerry Remy. Jerry Remy hitting .294 in the season. 2 homers, 39 runs batted in. And it'll be off the 6th column. And Remy's going to hit this one into the gap between Rivers and Thomason. This one's going to go all the way to the wall. Remy around second. And he'll end up at third with a 1-out triple. So Jim Rice with an opportunity to put the Red Sox on the board early. Comes in hitting .301 with 41 homers, 120 runs batted in. Beattie looks in for the sign. Now we're working out of the stretch. Looks over at the runner. Kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a base hit to left. That will score the run. And Jim Rice gets an RBI single to put the Red Sox on top 1-0. So next up, the captain, Kyle Yastrzemski. comes in hitting .268, 15 homers, 69 runs batted in. Rice being held on at first by Chambliss. Beattie looks in for the sign from Munson. Here's the windup in the pitch. And he's going to hit this one to Beattie. Fires to Randolph one, back to first, double play. Let the Red Sox get on the board. And after 1/2, it's Red Sox 1, Yankees coming up. Dennis Eckersley on the hill. He bested his win total for the season with his 21st win his last time out. 21-8 on the season. 273 earned run average. 251 hits, 224 hits allowed. Has walked 62 and struck out 139. He's also surrendered 25 homers. So the defense behind Eckersley is going to be Rice in left, Yastrzemski getting a start in center, and Evans in right. Yastrzemski not below average range at his advanced age in center, but still with a good error rating and a above average arm. The infield is going to be Hobson, Burleson, Remy, and Scott, their traditional infield. Behind the plate, Fisk, and on the mound, Eckersley. Eckersley not that great at holding runners on. Hobson and Scott playing in on the grass against Rivers. Rivers has started the last 2 games off pretty well with a home run and I want to say a double, I think, in his last game. At least there were base hits in both games. Eckersley trying to prevent that now. Rivers leads off, playing center, followed by Willie Randolph, the second baseman. Thurman Munson bats third, batting behind the plate. Reggie Jackson is the DH today after starting the first 2 games in right, batting cleanup. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Chris Chambliss. Greg Nettles is at third, hitting 6th. Batting 7th in left field today, Roy White. Gary Thomason getting a start in right, bats 8th, and Bucky Dent, the shortstop, will hit 9th. So Mickey Rivers hitting .276 with 14 homers, 53 runs batted, and steps into the box. Here's the windup in the pitch by Eckersley. And that's going to be hit to Remy. Bounces right into the glove of Yastrzemski. So Rivers will have his 3rd hit in as many games to lead it off. So Scott will hold on Rivers. And we have Randolph hitting .236 with 36 runs batted in. Rivers trying to get a lead. Eckersley holds the runner. And it's going to be Randolph falls off of the bunt attempt, so the count goes to 1-2. See if they keep the bunt on. And this is going to be a ground out to Remy, a range check. He'll get in front of it. Throws a strike to Burleson to get the lead. Okay, what happened there? Let's see here. No chance to get Rivers at third. Oh, it rips it through the hole. Evans over to pick it up. Okay. So Remy is unable to get to that on the range check, even though it showed he did get to it. Interesting. So runners at the corners with nobody out from Munson. Munson hitting .268 with 7 homers, 70 runs batted in. Randolph watches Eckersley on the move. Randolph has to hold tight to the bag. It's going to be off the 6th column of Eckersley. And that's going to be a fly ball to Yastrzemski in center. Yastrzemski with poor range in center. Gets in front of it, though. Makes the catch. See if they're going to send Rivers. Rivers tags. Throws it to the plate. Here's the throw. And Rivers will score as the ball trickles away from Fisk. And the Yankees have tied it up at 1. Next up, Reggie Jackson with the runner on first and 1 down now. Jackson comes in hitting .259, 29 homers, 79 ribbies. It's off the 4 column of Eckersley. And that's going to be a called 3rd strike. So Eckersley with his first K of the day. That brings up Chris Chambliss. First baseman comes in hitting .299, 20 homers and 90 runs batted in. Has 8 more home runs than he did on the actual season, and has tied his RBI total. And that's going to be a ground ball to Remy. Up with it over to Scott, and that'll do it. So the Yankees score once, and after one, we're tied at 1. So Colin Fisk lead it off for the Red Sox in the top of the second. Comes in hitting .285 with 16 homers, 73 runs batted in. And he'll draw the leadoff walk. So runner on first with nobody out for Brohammer. Brohammer is a good bunter, I think. B bunter. He's a B bunter and only a .234 hitter. So I think we're going to have him bunt. Yeah, we're going to have Brohammer bunt. So he'll lay one down. Looks at second, passes it up, and gets the short play at first. So Brohammer with a successful sacrifice gets Fisk in the scoring position. Check out some scores. Baltimore leads Toronto 1-0. Cleveland, Detroit, by the same score. Milwaukee ahead of Minnesota 4-1. We'll keep an eye on that one. Seattle leads Chicago 1-0. Oakland and Texas scoreless. And right here we're tied at 1. So Scott with a chance to put the Red Sox back on top. He comes in hitting .247, 15 homers, 51 ribbies. And he'll draw the walk. So I'll put runners on first and second with a 1 down for Hobson. Hobson hitting .274 with 14 homers, 60 ribbies. And he's going to ground this one, then nulls at third over the Randolph for 1, back to first. And they turn 2 to get out of the inning. So nothing doing for the Red Sox in the top of the inning. It remains 1-1 as we head to the home half of the second. It'll be Nettles, White, and Thomason for the Yankees. Nettles comes in hitting .293 with 22 homers, 81 runs batted in. Eckersley looks in for the sign from Fisk. Kicks and delivers. And he'll line this one deep down the right field line because they're going to stay fair. And just foul. It's back in the box. Next pitch. Check swing. Soft liner to Remy, who makes the catch for out number 1. So we're right up now. Comes in hitting .274 with 10 homers, 45 ribbies. It's going to be off the 6th column. And that's going to be a fly ball to, I believe, left. Range check on Rice. He'll get to it. And make the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down in the bottom of the second for Gary Thomason. .229 hitter on the season, 9 homers, 34 ribbies. It's going to be off the 2 column. And that'll be a walk, first issued by Eckersley today. So the Yankees have a 2-out base runner. Scott holding him on. Bucky Dent up now. Dent hitting .235 with 4 homers, 26 runs batted in. Thomason studying Eckersley intently, unable to get a good lead. And dives back, and he's safe on the throw by Eckersley. So Dent back in the box. And he's going to draw the walk. So that'll move Thomason into scoring position with 2 down. For the top of the order, Rivers singled in his first at-bat. He's going to hit this one to Remy, up with it, over to first. And he gets him to end the inning. So nothing comes of it for the Yankees. And after 2 full, it remains at 1-1 tie. Evans will lead it off. .233 hitter on the season with 22 long balls and 80 runs batted in. Already has 17 RBIs, more than on the actual season. And he's going to get one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And Evans is going to hit this one a long way. It's going to fall on the track and go to the wall. And Evans will just miss the home run there. Instead, he'll end up at second with a leadoff double. So a chance for the Red Sox to pull ahead. Burleson, .280 hitter for the season with 2 homers, 44 ribbies. And it's going to be off the 3 column. And he'll line one out to Chambliss, who makes the grab for out number 1. Evans holds at second. Jerry Remy up now tripled and scored his first at bat. Gets a base hit up the middle. And I think we're going to send Rivers with a below average arm. Evans, decent speed. We're going to send him. And we're going to send the trailing runner too. Got a 65% chance. Not cut off. Munson tries to block it. And Evans is out at home. So Rivers is able to gun down Evans trying to score. Remy moves up to second on the throw. So it remains 1-1. Jim Rice from the opportunity now. He put the Red Sox on the board with RBI single. Can he do it again? It'll be a base hit to left. Remy will score easily, so Jim Rice gets his second RBI of the day and puts the Red Sox on top 2-1. Red Sox can pull to win within 2.5 games if they can get a victory today. It's important that they win these head-to-head games. I'm not sure exactly if they have any more games left against the Yankees. But everyone's a big one. Yastrzemski with a chance here to get a base hit. And he'll do more than that as he hits this one into the gap between Rivers and Thomas, and it could go, and it will. Yastrzemski with a 2-run home run to put the Red Sox on top now 4-1. So the captain comes through. 3 runs across here in the third so far. Brings up Fisk. Fisk walked in his first at-bat. Draws the walk again. So Fisk on first with 2 down. Brings up Jack Brohammer. Had a successful sacrifice bunt in his first at-bat. Will hit away this time. And he'll draw the walk. 4th walk given up by Beattie. So Beattie definitely doesn't seem to have his best stuff today. Hopefully the Red Sox can continue to take advantage of it. Brings up the Boomer. He walked in his first at-bat. And Bob Lemon visits him out and decides to keep Beattie in the pitch to Scott. It's going to be off the 4 column. And he strikes out Scott swinging. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the third, but they get 3 runs. Capped by the 2-run homer by Yastrzemski. And they lead at 4-1 after 2.5. So Eckersley now with a 3-run lead will face Randolph, Munson, and Jackson. Randolph singled in his first at-bat. And Randolph's going to get a hold of one here. Rice and Yastrzemski converge. And the ball is out of here. So really Randolph with his first home run of the season will cut the Red Sox lead to 2 now with a solo home run. Much to the delight of the Yankee fans. So Thurman Munson up there now, 268 hitters, 7 homers, 771 ribbies. And he lines out to Burleson for the first out of the inning. So Jackson up now, struck out against Eckersley his first time up. This time we'll draw the walk. So that'll bring the tying run up to the plate with Chambliss. Chambliss grounded out in his first at-bat. And he'll hit this one to right. Evans backpedals quickly up with his glove and makes the catch. So 2 down now. With a runner on first for Greg Nettles. He could tie it up with 1 swing of the bat. He's got 22 long balls on the season. It's going to be out the 3 column. And that will be a fly ball to right, but that'll stay in the park. Evans moves to his left and makes the catch. Ooh, bobbled it a little bit, but managed to catch it with his bare hand, thankfully. The Yankees get 1 on the solo home run by Randolph, and it's now a 4-2 game as we head to the 4th. So Beattie back out there again, 59 pitches through 3 innings. Hobson to lead it off. Hobson ground into a double play. His first at-bat. He'll get one hit here. It's right in the wheelhouse. And he'll lace a base hit to left. So Hobson on with a leadoff single. Chambliss will hold him on. Evans doubled in his first at-bat, just missing a home run. This time we'll lace a single to center. Yost will hold, puts up the stop sign, holding Hobson at second. So first and second with nobody out. Red Sox again threatening. Brings up Burleson. He 0 for 2 on the day. Pops this one up to Randolph at second. He'll call for it. Infield fly rule is called, and he makes the catch for out number 1. So Jerry Remy 2 for 2 on the day, tripled in the first, singled in the third. See if he can remain perfect on the day. And he's going to hit this one to Dent at short. It's going to be a range check. He gets to it. Throws a second for 1, back to first. Not in time as Remy beats it out. So Remy is on the fielder's choice. So to put runners at the corners with 2 down for Jim Rice. Jim Rice has a pair of RBI singles. Chance for a third one here if he can get a hit. Oh, and Rice is going to get one to hit here. Let's see what he does with it. And Rice is going to hit this one over the head of Rivers, all the way to the wall. Hobson will score. Remy will be waved around. And Rice will advance the... and Rivers is going to throw away the ball for an error. So Jim Rice gets a 2-run double. And advancing the third on the error by Rivers. And the Red Sox lead is now 6-2. So the Red Sox needed a big day today. And so far, so good. They've got their ace on the mound. Everything is going right so far. So Yastrzemski hit a 2-run home run in his last at-bat, his 16th of the season. And it gets away from Mounson, goes all the way to the backstop, and Rice will score on the wild pitch. So the Red Sox lead now 7-2. And that is going to be it for Beattie. As Bob Lemon pulls him, Ken Clay is going to be coming in relief. Clay with a 6-1 record on the season, 3.11 earned run average, 64 innings pitched, 74 hits allowed, 20 walks with 21 strikeouts, and has surrendered 5 homers. So Yastrzemski back in the box to face Clay. It's going to be off the 4 column. And Yastrzemski will get his second hit of the day. So that'll bring up Fisk. Fisk's walked in his 2 plate appearances against Beattie. And he'll walk for a 3rd time against Clay. So the Red Sox threatening to break it wide open. That brings up Brohammer. Brohammer sacrifice bunt in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. And he walks. So Clay comes in to load the base, reload the bases against George the Boomer Scott here. Scott's 0 for 1 with a walk. And he's going to get one in the wheelhouse here. Let's see what he does with it. And he'll get a bases loaded RBI on the walk. Bases loaded walk for an RBI. So now 8-2 Red Sox. Butch Hobson up now, 1 for 2 with a run scored, and bounces, hits the edge of the plate and bounces over the head of Mounson. That'll bring home Fisk. Wild pitch for Clay as the runners move up, so Clay comes in and is just awful. Now 9-2 Red Sox lead. And that's a pop-up to Randolph. And finally, they get the 3rd out. So the Yankee crowd with a mock cheer as Clay and the Yankees leave the field. 5 runs across. Now a 9-2 Red Sox lead. Eckersley in full command here. So Eckersley up now. White up now against Eckersley. Flew out in his first at-bat. Lines this one out to Burleson. So Eckersley is looking good for him to get his 22nd victory of the season. So Gary Thompson up now. Thompson drew a walk against Eckersley in his first at-bat. Gets one in the wheelhouse here. and lines a single to right. So 1 out and 1 on for Bucky Dent. Drew a walk in his first at bat. Pops this one up to his counterpart. Burleson will call for it. He'll make the catch as Thompson heads back to first. That'll be at Mickey Rivers, 1 for 2. Single back in the first. Flies this one to Evans in right. Evans sprints over and makes the play. So that'll do it for the Yankees. And after 4 full, it's 9-2 Red Sox. Clay back out there again for his second inning of work. So Evans up now, doubled in the third and singled in the fourth. And he'll get his second double, this one between White and Rivers to the wall. Rivers gets to the ball and fires a second, but not before Evans ends up there with a double. So the Red Sox bats continue to be on fire today against Yankee pitching. Top of the order, Burleson up now, hitless on the day. See if he can get in on the action. Gets one to hit here. And Burleson will get himself a base hit to center. And we'll send him, why not? And they're going to cut it off as Burleson gets himself an RBI single. 10-2 now, Red Sox in double digits. Red Sox needed a game like this. So Jerry Remy up now, he's 2 for 3 with a triple. Hits this one to Rivers in center. Rivers will get in front of it and make the play for the first out of the inning as Burleson heads back to first. So 1 down now. Let's look at the scores from around the league. Baltimore ahead of Toronto 2-1. Detroit edging Cleveland 2-1. Milwaukee, unfortunately, is all over Minnesota 7-3. Lezcano's hit his 13th home run from Milwaukee. Kansas City and California still scoreless. Tanana versus Leonard. Seattle shutting out Chicago 2-0. Oakland leads Texas 2-1. So Jim Rice is having an excellent day today. 3 for 3 with 4 ribbies. So 124 runs batted in now. So his 139 total is definitely a possibility. Didn't look like it a few days ago, but it's looking more and more like it could happen. 41 homers, 5 short, so he'd have to get really hot in order for that to happen. Off the 3 column. And Rice remains perfect as he gets a single to center. And we're going to hold Wilson at second. So first and second with 1 down for the captain. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a 2-run homer. Mr. Brody very happy with the results so far. Pops this one up to short. Dent calls for it. And he'll make the play as the infield fly rule is called. So Colin Fisk up there does not have an official at bat as he's walked 3 times. Grounds this one to the second baseman Randolph. Randolph with excellent range. He'll get to it and make the play over to Chambliss. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. They do tack on another run and lead it 10-2 after halfway through. So Randolph homered in his last at-bat against Eckersley, his first of the season. Single back in the first, so 2 for 2 on the day. Lines this one out to Burleson. Went out in the bottom of the 5th for Munson. Munson sacrificed fly in the first, line out in the 3rd. Singles this one past Burleson as Rice picks it up on a bounce. So Scott playing behind Munson. Brings up Reggie Jackson. Struck out in the first and walked in the 3rd. Gets a base hit to right. Munson will hold that second, down by 8. So Chambliss up now, 0 for 2. It's this one over the head of Yastrzemski. Goes to the wall. Munson will score. And we're going to stop others from advancing here. So a 2-run double makes it a 10-4 game. So Nettles up to the plate now. Nettles 0 for 2 on the day. And Nettles is going to get a hold of one down the line. Will it stay fair? And it does. So a 2-run home run for Nettles. And it's now 10-6 as here come the Yankees. So action in the Red Sox pen. Eckersley in full command with an 8-run lead. Now has seen it cut to 4. So Fisk goes out to talk to Eckersley. Goes back behind the plate. Roy White up now 0 for 2. Grounds this one to Remy. Scoops it up over to first. So 2 down now for Thomason. 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 for 1 with a walk. And Thomason's going to get a hold of one here. And that one is gone. So Thomason, with his 10th home run of the season, makes it a 10-7 game now. Hold the phone here. So Yankees, 5-run inning so far. Bucky Dent up now, 0 for 1 with a walk. And mercifully, the inning is over as Dent strikes out. But Dent is made as in the Red Sox lead as it's now a 10-7 game. Still plenty of time left. So thankfully Ken Clay's still in there. Brohammer 0 for 1 officially with a couple of walks. Gets his first hit to center. So leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Scott up now. Had a bases loaded walk to knock in a run last in the 4th. 2 walks on the day. Gets one to hit here. And gets his 3rd walk of the day. So Yankee pitching sending a lot of walks to Red Sox batters today. Red Sox being very patient. So put it first and second with nobody out. Nettles and Chambliss playing in. Hobson 1 for 3 with a run scored. Hits this one, this Rivers in center. And Rivers comes in and makes the catch. Runners hold. So Dwight Evans up now. Dwight Evans, perfect day today. Couple of doubles and a single. Opportunity to not get some of those runs back for the Red Sox. Lines a base hit to right. And we're going to send the lead runner. Throw is coming home. We're going to hold trailing runner. And Brohammer is nailed out by Thompson. So, hold the phone here. The Yankees prevent the Red Sox from going ahead by any further so far. So the Rooster up now. RBI single is first last time up. 1 for 4. Hits a fly ball to left. White is there. And he makes the catch. So the Red Sox unable to get any of the runs back. And it's a 3-run lead as they head to the bottom of the 6th. Eckersley is back out there again. 1 for 3 on the day is Rivers. He'll lead it off. Lines this one out to Scott at first for out number 1. It's likely to be Eckersley's last inning of work. So Randolph up now. Randolph homered off Eckersley. 2 for 3 on the day. Make that 3 for 4. That'll be up Thurman Munson, 1 for 2 with the RBI. Eckersley looks the runner back. And this is the ground ball to third. This could be 2 over to Remy for 1. Back to first. And they turn 2. So after 6 full, it's Boston with a 10-7 lead. Clay back out there again. Jerry Remy to lead it off. Remy 2 for 4 with a triple and a single. Hits this one to right. Thompson's there and makes the catch. So 1 gone in the 7th. For Jim Rice. Jim Rice is having a perfect day at the plate. He's 4 for 4 with 3 singles and a double. 4 runs batted in. See if he can remain perfect. And he will. That's going to be a fly ball down the right field line and just foul. Back on the box. And upstairs for ball 4. So Jim Rice remains perfect as he draws the walk. So Yastrzemski, 2 for 4 with a homer. Draws the walk. So 2 walks in the inning. Runners on first and second with 1 down for Fisk. Fisk himself has walked 3 times. 3 for 4. And finally gets another base hit. This time we're going to send Rice 1-16 chance. They're going to cut off the throw, allowing the run to score. So an RBI single for Fisk. Gets now an 11-7 lead. Brohammer 1 for 1. A couple of walks and a sacrifice bunt and a single. And that is going to be it for Clay. As our favorite, Larry McCall, comes in. He pitched in game 1. 1-2 record, 7.15 earned run average. Red Sox, unfortunately, were unable to score against them in game 1. 11 innings pitched, 21 hits are allowed. 5 walks, only 3 strikeouts, and a surrender 2 homers. See what Brohammer can do against McCall. And he gets a chance here. He lines a single up the middle. Rivers won't get to it. Scoops it up and fires it in. As Yastrzemski has held at third. So the base is loaded with the 1 down for the Boomer. He's walked 3 times today, once with the bases loaded. Corners are playing in for Scott. And Scott will get one hit right in the wheelhouse. And Scott gets his second bases loaded walk. So the Yankees, tons of walks today. I'm not sure exactly how many, but it's got to be close to double-digit walks. 12-7 now, so the Red Sox building back to a lead, now back to 5. As Scott draws his 4th walk of the day. Hops in 1 for 4 with a run scored up now. And he'll strike out looking. So 2 down now for Dwight Evans. Dwight Evans also perfect on the day like Rice. Doubled in the 3rd, singled in the 4th, doubled in the 5th, and singled in the 6th. See what he can do here in the 7th. And Evans with a chance to remain perfect. Oh my goodness, just missed that one, got under it. And White will make the catch at the wall. So that would have been nice. That would have definitely blown the game wide open. So 7th inning stretch time here at Yankee Stadium. Here's a trivia question brought to you by Mr. Brody, Miss Mags, and Purple Dinosaur. Who was the regular second baseman for the 1947 Brooklyn Dodgers? Well, that was Jackie Robinson. Better get that one right. So lock in your answers. Here we go. No, Eddie Stanky. That was prior to Jackie Robinson. That's right. It's 1940. Eddie Stanky. So 1948 was Jackie Robinson. That's right. Off by a year there. Thought that was one of those easy trick questions there, but it wasn't. But Eddie Stanky is the answer to the trivia question. So, all right. So head to the home half of the 7th. Let's see. Do we want Eckersley in there? Yeah, it's a 5-run lead. We'll let Eckersley stay out there again. Jackson 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he'll lines out to Remy for out number 1. So Chris Chambliss up to the plate now. Chambliss 1 for 3 with a double. Gets a base hit to right. So that brings up Greg Nettles, hit a 2-run home run off Eckersley, and that will be it for Eckersley. And it looks like Tom Bergmeyer or Bob Stanley. I'm going to go with Bergie. Lefty on lefty. So Nettles up now. Hit a 2-run home run off Eckersley his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the windup and the pitch. And just where the Red Sox want to be on the 6th column. That's a fly ball to center. Yastrzemski camped under it and makes the catch. So 2 down now. And Baltimore ahead at Toronto 3-1. Detroit ahead of Cleveland also by the same score. Milwaukee ahead of Minnesota 9-5. Kansas City and California still scoreless. Chicago leads Seattle 3-2. Oakland, Texas tied at 1. And that is good. No, we're going to take out Bergmeyer. He was in there for just that one batter. And we're going to have Bob Stanley come in. He's been decent his last couple outings. 5-3 record on the season, 16 saves. 3.73 earned run average, 113 innings pitched, 136 hits allowed, 24 walks, 36 strikeouts, and has surrendered 5 homers. So Roy White 0 for 3 will bat lefty against the righty Stanley. Flies out to Evans to end the inning. So no damage done in the bottom of the 7th, so it remains 12-7 as we head to the 8th. Larry McCall back out there again, surprisingly. So Burleson now 1 for 5 with a ribby. Lines this one out to Chambliss for the first out of the 8th. So Jerry Remy up now. Jerry Remy having an excellent day, 2 for 5 with a triple. Lines this one out to Dent for out number 2. So that'll bring up Jim Ed Rice. Jim Ed Rice perfect on the day. Couple of singles, 3 singles, a double, and a walk with 4 runs batted in. See if he can remain perfect here. It's got to be tough if he is. And nope, they finally get him as he grounds out to Dent. So the Red Sox go in order in the 8th. Stanley back out there for the bottom of the 8th. He'll face Thomason to lead it off. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Grounds this one to Remy over to first. 1 gone in the 8th. Bucky Dent up now 0 for 2 with a walk. It's going to be a range check on Remy. He'll get in front of it. And make the play over to the boomer for out number 2. So to bring up Rivers. Rivers 1 for 4 with a run scored. Lines this one out to Remy, and the Yankees also go in order in the 8th. So we'll head to the 9th for the Red Sox with a 5-run lead. Call back out there again. Yastrzemski 2 for 4 with a homer up to the plate. Grounds this one to Dent. Fields it on a hop over to first for out number 1. Fisk 1 for 2 with 3 walks today and an RBI. Grounds this one also to Dent. Over to Chambliss for the second out of the 9th. That'll bring up Brohammer. He's got a pair of singles on the day. A pair of singles and a pair of walks. 2 for 2. And it'll be a range check on Randolph. Gets to it. Yeah. Makes the play over to Chambliss. So head to the bottom of the 9th. The Red Sox up by 5. Willie Randolph will lead it off. Willie Randolph has got a pair of singles and a home run. Pops this one up to Burleson. And there's 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. So some final scores. Baltimore ripped Toronto 7-1. Detroit beat Cleveland 4-1. Milwaukee beat Minnesota 10-5. California beat Kansas City, drawing a little closer to them, 4-1. As Don Baylor hits his 43rd home run for California. Chicago nips Seattle 3-2. Texas edged Oakland 2-1. So Munson up now with 1 out, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And gets the first hit off of Stanley. Single to left. And we have Reggie Jackson, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Also off the 4 column. And that is going to be a hit to the outfield. So the Yankees not done yet. First and second with a 1 down as Fisk goes out to talk to Stanley. Basically is probably telling him just to keep throwing strikes. So Chambliss 2 for 4 with a double. Pops this one out to Remy. He calls for it. And makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So the Yankees down to their last out. Greg Nettles. Greg Nettles 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. And this should do it. As he hits this one to Yastrzemski in center. Yastrzemski drifts over and records the out to end the game. So the Red Sox are able to beat the Yankees by a score of 12-7. Now just 2.5 games behind the Bronx Bombers. So things looking a little bit better now as they've won 2 in a row against the Yankees. So Dennis Eckersley gets his 22nd win of the season. 22-8. 6 1/3 innings. So Eckersley increasing his chances for the Cy Young. 11 hits, 7 runs though, all of them earned. No, not a great day by Eckersley, but it's effective enough. 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. Did surrender 3 home runs to Randolph, Nettles, and Thomason. Tom Bergeron pitches a third of an inning. No hits. Got his batter. Bob Stanley was effective. 2 1/3 innings, allowing 2 hits. Jim Beattie takes the loss, 10-5. 3 2/3 innings pitched. 9 hits allowed, 7 runs, all of them earned. 4 walks and 1 strikeout. Did not have his best stuff today. Ken Clay, 2 2/3 innings, also didn't have his best stuff. 7 hits allowed, 5 runs, all of them earned. 6 walks, no strikeouts. So Yankee pitching allowed 11 walks today. Unbelievable. And Larry McCall was actually the best pitcher of the 3, pitching 2 2/3, allowing 1 hit, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. So for the Red Sox lineup, Rick Burleson 1 for 6. Jerry Remy 2 for 6 with 3 runs scored. Jim Rice, excellent day, 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 4 runs batted, including a home run. Did Rice hit a home run? No home run for Rice. Kyle Yastrzemski, who had a good day, 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 2 runs batted in. Carlton Fisk 1 for 3 with a RBI and a run scored. Brohammer 2 for 3. Scott officially 0 for 1. I think he walked 3 times with 2 runs batted in. Hobson 1 for 5 with a run scored. Dwight Evans a good day, 4 for 5 with a run scored. So player of the game is, I think it's going to be Jim Rice, who was 4 for 5 with 3 runs scored and 4 runs driven in. So for the Yankees, Mickey Rivers 1 for 5 with a run scored. Willie Randolph 3 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Thurman Munson 2 for 4 with a run scored and RBI. Jackson 2 for 4 with a run scored. Chambliss 2 for 5 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in, including a home run. Randolph had the home run also. Greg Nettles 1 for 5 with a run scored and 2 runs batted in, hitting his 23rd home run of the season. Roy White 0 for 4 in the day. Thomason 2 for 3 with a solo home run. And Bucky Dent 0 for 3. So let's take a look at the standings here. as the Red Sox edge a little closer. So with the win, the Red Sox are equal their total for the season, 88 so far in the season, 88 wins, 61 losses. Pulled to within 2.5 games of the Yankees. Milwaukee, with the win, stays 3 games back. So the Yankees and the Red Sox both equaling their exactly where they were at this time of the season in '78. The exact same records. Still, magic number for the Yankees is still 12. And Milwaukee is 3 games ahead of their pace, but just a half game behind the Red Sox. So a very tight race in the AL East. And with the win, California pulls to within 4.5 of Kansas City, so they're pulling a little bit closer. So let's see who the Red Sox face next. So that was Sunday, September 17th. So it's going to be game number 150. The Red Sox will go to Detroit and face the Tigers. I believe a 3-game set. And the Yankees will see here. The Yankees will face the Milwaukee Brewers. And I think a 3-game set, so hopefully the Yankees, I don't know, I'd like to see Milwaukee sweep the Yankees if the Red Sox can sweep Detroit, but we'll see. I'd like to see the Milwaukee win 2 out of 3 and the Red Sox, if they can at least win 2 out of 3. That would be good. But obviously, if they can sweep them, they can get into first place if the Milwaukee can sweep the Yankees. So, in other words, it's still going to remain tight no matter what happens. So, join us in that game tomorrow when the Red Sox face the Detroit Tigers. And let's take a look at the pitching matchups. Oops. As we hit the wrong thing here. So let's see who the Red Sox are going to have on the mound tomorrow against the Tigers. So the Red Sox will send Bobby Sproul against Jack Billingham. So interesting pitching matchup there. Bobby Sproul has 1 victory on the season. So the Red Sox did actually win this game 5-4 in 11. So we'll see if they can remain true to form and gain another victory. Gain 3rd in a row. So take care and God bless, and we will see you in game number 50 from Detroit. Mr. Brody and Purple Dinosaur say thank you, and catch you later. Bye-bye.